Coming up today on This Is True Really News.
Bratwurst?
The worst of This Is True Really News.
Well, that'd be a tough one to judge.
Yeah, we're going to do a thing on eye color and some facts. So please.
Are they true facts or facts we've...
No, they're actual true facts. These are actual true facts.
Were strange is truthier than fiction?
Yes, truthier is the strangest fiction you'll ever know. Please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. And comment wherever you run into us, if anything makes sense. And then you can send us stories or longer comments or anything you want to an email to titr@netradio.network.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
This is not a funny story. It's not even really a weird story. It's a very somber story. A West Virginia neighborhood has bid farewell in the most solemn of ways to their neighborhood Hooters. Sir?
They have a rash of breast cancer?
I don't know. Maybe they're just boobs. Yeah, I know. Low hanging. The
older we get, I'm told.
44D to a 46 long, but The Hooters location is in Charleston's Kanawha City neighborhood. It was recently demolished, and a couple of days before the bulldozers moved in, hundreds of folks held a candlelight vigil for the restaurant where you could get, well, let's be honest, pretty average buffalo wings served by ladies in tiny little itty bitty uniforms.
It's a family restaurant with a beach theme.
Sure. At the tearful event, locals and former employees of the restaurant shared stories of their favorite Hooters brand memories. Most men had two. Even the Hooters Corporation participated by sending in calendars for people to remember the restaurant by. The event wasn't all about the hoots, though. The organizers also used it to help raise funds for a sick kid. So that's
a good
heartwarming.
thing. I like that.
So basically, what doomed them? What killed Hooters?
What doomed the boobies?
What? No, it wasn't reduction surgery. Stop it. The pandemic.
Oh, and they just never.
Honestly, that and a growing trend. The pandemic. All of them in West Virginia were gone, but one, this one.
Okay.
And then when it was finally bulldozed, they're all gone. They had something like 2,300 franchise places at one point.
Wow.
If I remember correctly.
Okay.
And as of now, they've got, 300-400. The pandemic was part of it. The fact that they have other,
social. Well, there is that.
Yeah.
It's actually got better food.
Yeah, sort of. So basically, Hooters says, no, our brand is on market. We are not dying. And Twin Peaks goes, hold my beer.
Yeah, watch this happen.
Yes, Twin Peaks is one of their biggest competitors.
And not the
Felt like I had to
tilted
say it
kilt?
twice.
2 times.
No.
Scientists estimate that between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago, the eye color of all Homo sapiens was brown. What's your eye color? When I gaze into your eyes, I think
I'm blue.
Me too. But then,
we're twins, so what do you expect?
Between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago, something changed. Sometime during the Neolithic expansion in Europe, an individual was born with a mutation to the OCA2 gene. The gene responsible for melanin production in the iris, and the mutation caused this person's eyes to change color. Because blue eyes can only result
in crying in the rain
from this mutation, scientists theorize that all blue-eyed people, roughly 10% of the world's population, are a relative of this original lone blue-eyed ancestor. Let's call her Wendy. Strangely, this mutation doesn't actually turn your eyes blue.
What it does?
Blue eyes are technically not blue at all.
You look blue.
Yeah, yours too.
I have lighter blue. You have darker blue.
That's true.
Because you're older.
By all those hours. The eye's irises are predominantly made up of two layers, the stroma and the epithelium. Brown eyes have a brown-black melanin pigment in both these layers, which produces the color brown. Blue
Is that what helps them
eyes-
sleep?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Blue eyes, on the other hand, like
Are crying in the rain.
you and me. Blue
I'm going to keep doing this
crying
song
in
until
the
somebody, thank you.
rain. They have no melanin pigment in the stroma. We're lacking
Well.
melanin. We're out melanin, and we don't even know what melanin are.
Is that why we're supposed to wear those tassel caps to protect our melanin?
Probably. Blue eyes have no melanin. Blue eyes have no pigment at all. Instead, they are a reflection of white light in a process called the Tyndall effect.
So if we're in black light,
I have
what
no
kind of a
idea.
mauve?
This is, I thought, maybe a nice plaid or paisley. This bit of complicated optics is similar to how the atmosphere reflects sunlight, turning the sky and the ocean blue. So while the overall effect is that people have blue eyes from a pigment perspective, truth is, they really don't have any color at all. Cue Rod Serling.
Just so you know, we have blue eyes and spam is almost meat. So enough. Oh, by the way, in the 2010s, they were up to 430. I was a little off there. 430 Hooters. Now they're down to 300.
Oh, I was going to say 3 Hooters. There's
The pandemic
odd
didn't
number
help.
for some reason.
Yeah. So automotive technology is always advancing. So how about we just look at some of the things that didn't quite catch on?
Yes.
Number one, the in-car gramophone. Okay, I'm going to take you through this, kids.
Yeah.
There was streaming. There is streaming now, right? Before that were MP3s, then CDs, then cassettes, and way back when dinosaurs were disc
8 tracks.
jockeys, I count them as weirdly cassette-like.
Okay, fine.
Junk. And the fade in and out was terrific.
Yeah, right in the middle of your favorite song.
Vinyl was what dinosaurs played,
Yeah.
right? And people always want to listen. So in 1956, Chrysler introduced the Highway Hi-Fi, the world's first in-car gramophone. It was also the world's last in-car gramophone. Because not only was somebody had enough to put money into it. That's the scary part. Not only was swapping sides of the record a little bit of a nightmare while you're driving.
Talk about distracted driving.
Any bump?
Yeah.
As you'll remember, that was also, if you're old enough, you'll remember that was also a problem with the first CDs in cars. CDs are like records, less like streaming. Never mind.
They just had to get some dampeners.
The Italians love their espresso, probably why in 2012 Fiat offered the optional coffee experience kit with the new 500L. For an extra $300, yes, you could have an espresso maker installed into the driver's side dashboard, complete with spoon and sugar holders.
It's nothing like a molten liquid to dump in your lap while you're driving.
Just
I
so you
love
know,
that idea.
for safety purposes, the thing would only work when the engine was off. So you'd have to make it and then go. And yes, spillage, I'm sure, was still a
problem.
Despite what you're thinking, you're still heating around, right? You're still driving around with high pressure water heating right there in the car next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It lasted till 2013, which, if my math is correct, is one whole year. How about the rim blow car horns? Remember the rim blow steering wheels? They look like.
Oh, it was a little there's a little metal strip inside embedded in the. I thought you were talking dirty for a second.
Yeah, I can see that. The rim blow wheel, instead of pressing on the center of the wheel to blow the horn trigger is embedded along the entire length of the steering wheel rim. So if you just hit the steering wheel, so if you're like in an accident and you're leaning into that steering wheel, you're not only injured, but you're annoying as hell. Unfortunately, the rim blow technology, which was introduced in '69, didn't work all that well. See, the rubber horn trigger tended to either expand or shrink, making it pretty much impossible to either sound the horn or
stop sounding the horn.
Bingo. Lasted 5 years.
Wow.
I was surprised.
That's some battery.
How about those water-filled bumpers?
Seriously?
taxi fleets. Multiple U.S. cities tried water bumpers that would burst on impact in the 1960s. When you're watching some car chases, they need to hit those barrels with water in them.
Yep.
Not the same.
Did you hit Lucille?
Not the same thing at all. No, apparently people want to talk to me, and I don't like people that much.
Well, thank
Power
God
off.
I'm not one of them.
Power off. Well, no, I said people.
Mm-hmm.
The weirdest part is those bumpers with water kind of worked. They reduced collision damage so much that the taxi company's repair bills fell by half. Unfortunately, those savings were eaten up by the outrageous cost of actually replacing the pop bumpers. Great idea. They were gone pretty quick. How about the speed chime? Once again, a speed chime that rings when you're driving too fast doesn't sound like a bad idea, does it? Some modern cars will tell you that, right? They beep at you when you're speeding, when you're in the wrong lane, when you're late for dinner. Well, the Nissan S Cargo. Do you remember that thing, the little humpback thing?
Look at that escargot.
If you took the Renault front and put a little cartoonish humpback thing on it, you have the escargot. The S-Cargo.
No, I like escargot.
Well, there were a lot of things wrong with this snail-like van. One of the most infuriating was the 4-speed chime that came on if you surpassed 60 miles an hour. Didn't matter if you were driving on a freeway, by the way, with higher legal speed limits. You got over 60, the bing, 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 bing never stopped. Now, that wouldn't bother me because my hearing sucks, but I'm sure ordinary didn't last long. So say you really, really need to get to the bathroom, but the next gas station is miles away. Well, the 1947 Cadillac tried to help out.
Bumper dumper?
Yeah, basically an outhouse has been installed in the back seat.
Ooh, see, I wouldn't want it there. I'd want it on the trailer hitch of the bumper.
Let's be honest, who would? It never really caught on.
Huh?
They surmise it might have had something to do with the fact that the thing didn't block the associated smells and that, yes, things might splash around on uneven road surfaces.
You know, a lot of people like taking their gramophone with them when they went to the toilet in the car.
Because you might as well have two bad ideas better than one.
Yeah.
How about the Volvo heartbeat sensor? Those Swedes, they think of everything.
They're so cute.
How dangerous is Sweden for driving? Is it that? Anyway,
Well, not really.
the flagship 2005 S80 in the Volvo, part of the personal communicator package. The system monitored the car's back seats for the sounds of human heartbeats. Oh, yeah. You're thinking the same thing I am, aren't you? Teenagers, back seat. Leave the car on. Why? Listen. If it detected a heartbeat, it would transmit the information to the key fob to warn you of an intruder lurking in your car or your teenagers getting busy. Yeah, it didn't go very far. Although I'm sure that the Swedish covert ops unit was thinking, hey, can we borrow that just for a minute?
Just for a second, we got things we got.
It's only in a couple cars. That's okay.
How about some facts?
Why am I thinking of I'm thinking of the Partridge Family.
Sir, you're squeezing my duck.
I can hear your heartbeat.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that one.
Yeah.
I think I love you.
I try to forget about that one. Point me in the direction of Albuquerque, still their best.
Mozart disliked performer Adriana Ferraris del Bene, who's known
as Bill.
Yeah, no, it was a lady. Who's known for nodding her head down on low notes and raising her head on high notes. So much so that he wrote a song for her to perform.
Oh.
That had lots of jumps.
Oh.
From low to high, so he could see her head bob like a chicken on stage.
So he's a funny man.
Oh, he could be a hoot. And finally, the Navy asked a bunch of junior officers and junior guys, what can we do to make your life better? One of the things that came out was the controls for the periscope. See, the control is in your hand is kind of clunky and really heavy.
I know. I've watched The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, and Lockheed Martin and Navy officials were looking at off-the-shelf technology. And for crew members who grew up playing video games, the answer was simple.
Oh, no.
The Xbox controller.
That's simple?
Yes.
Wait, so if I turn X, what does it do? It punches the guy next to you. What?
No, you've got to hit K, circle twice, face
Yep.
mecha, sacrifice a chicken, and then bounce up and down, and it'll kick the guy.
And be sure your left hand is bouncing off the Y on and off, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah. They're about $30, while the photonic mast hand grip and imaging control panel cost about $38,000. These have replaced all those helicopter-style sticks used to control periscopes on Virginia-class submarines. Yes, Virginia, there is an Xbox controller.
There is a Santa Claus, and he's us.
But the kids were all so used to playing them.
Yeah, I get it.
And you no longer look through the eyepiece. It's just up on
It's
screen.
all on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's what. So I
idea.
was at the dentist,
okay.
and she's got her glasses on, and they've got those weird little
Oh, yeah.
magnifying glasses that point down.
Yeah.
But there's also a screen.
Yep.
And she looking at me, or I can't tell. She's good.
Doc, my eyes are up here.
She started looking a little down in the mouth. So.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.